Hello everyone, welcome to Pap Coding. Today we are here to solve a question, name restore IP addresses, right? So let's go on the board, try to discuss the question. After that we will try to code the problem, right? So we are given a string in this question. So first of all, let's have an input 5525511135. Okay, just suppose this is the given string that we have. Now what we have to do, we have to extract a valid IP address from it, as much possible IP address from it which is valid, right? So there is a definition for valid IP address. Let's see what is that. Valid IP address exactly have 4 parts. What does that mean? It means this string should be divided in 4 parts, like 255, 255, 11 and 35, or it can be 255, 255, 113 and 5, right? So it is also 4 parts. So we have 2 possibilities here, right? So we have to extract that, right? Okay, so it can be only in 4 parts. What is the second condition? Second condition is that each part, if it is greater than 1, right? Here its size is 2, right? So each part should not start from 0. Like if it is size is greater than 1, so it should not start with 0. Okay, got that? Good. Now we are here, right? So 1 right? So like a single 0 is possible, like 0.0.0. It is possible, right? This is possible, but 05.05.05, this is not possible. If it is having length 2, it should not start with 0. Okay, so this is very clear. Now let's move forward about the third condition. So the third condition, that each part, like I am dividing this part, so this part value should be greater than or equal to 0 and less than should be equals to 255, right? Just suppose if it is n, it should be greater than or equal to 0 or less than or equals to 255, right? This is the range, and these 3 are the conditions that we have to follow to extract the valid IP address out of this given string. Okay, so now what are the possibilities do we have here actually? Let's have a look. Let's erase this completely and then write again. Okay, so 255 1135. Okay, so first possibility is that we divided from size 1. Okay, the second possibility we divided with size 2, and the third point is we divided by size 3, right? So these are 3 possibilities. So what we will do, we'll make 3 recursion call here. 1, 2, 3. One with index plus 1, the second with index plus 2, and the third with index plus 3, right? These are the 3 conditions that we have. Like these 3 conditions we have to follow. Like first of all, we have to divide it from 1 and check. After that we have to divide it with length 2, then check, and then divide it with length 3 and check. Okay, and one more thing, if you divide it by length 1, so there is no problem, it can never cross this limit. If it is 0, it's also fine. We just have to handle this part, 4 parts, right? But if we are dividing with length 2, so what does this mean? It means we have to check this also and this also, not this. It is 255, right? Not this, but we have to check this condition. But if we are dividing it by length 3, so what it means? It means we have to check all these conditions. This will be checking all the condition, this will check here only, and all the 3 conditions will be checked here, right? So first of all, let's go, whatever we have discussed here, let's go and try to code it. Okay, so we are here on the editor. First of all, we need a list to make our answer, so let's go and make it first. So string answer will be equals to new array list. Okay, this is done. After this, what we have to do, we have to just take a help of a helper function. In this, what we are going to pass, we are going to pass the string and a starting index of this string, and 1 to track how many parts we have made till now, and a blank string to store the temporary answers, and our answer array list, right, to store all the answers. And when we come back, what will happen? We have got all of our answers, so we will just return the answer from here. Okay, now let's move forward. What we have to do, we have to define the helper function. So public static void helper, right? Inside this, first of all, we need a string, and after that I need an index, after that I need a how many parts we have, after that one more string to see the temporary answer, and after that I need a array list, right? So list string answer. This is done. We have all the parameters here. Now what we have to do, we have to just make 3 calls first, right? So let's go make 3 calls first. So helper, this will be same, index will be increased by 1 first time. After that, what will happen? Part will also be increased by 1 because one more part we have made. The temporary answer, right? So temporary answer, we will add our character or the sub string that we are having here. Like whatever part we have divided, we will add it in our temporary answer, right? So here we are dividing one part only, so like size 1. So what we are going to do, we are just going to add one character. So s dot char add index. This is done, right? After that we have to send the answer forward, right? So this is done. Now we have to make 2 more calls, so just copy and paste it. Control C, Control V, Control V, right? Here what we have to do, we just have to modify the index plus 2. Here what we have to do, part is the same here. Yeah, when the length is 2, what we have to add, we have to add the substring. So s dot substring from index to index plus 2, right? This is done. One more thing I forgot. In the format of IP address, we have to add dot after each partition, right? So don't forget that, just add it here. Dot. Same thing here as well. Right? Here as well. Dot. This is done, right? Here, yeah, we forgot the modification here. Next plus 3, right? So this is all done. And here substring we have to use as dot substring index to index plus 3, right? Now this is done. Okay, so we have made all the 3 calls. Now let's go and see the condition. Like just suppose in this condition we are accessing 2 index ahead and we are not aware that it is available or not. Okay, so before making the call, we have to check something. What we have checked, we have to check is that available or not. Okay, so for that, index plus 2 should be less than or equals to the length of this string. If it is here, it means we can make the call, or it is less than, then also we can make the call, right? We have to check one more thing for these 2 validities, right? Let's go and see that. The first call is made. For second call, the index plus 2 should be less than or equals to s dot length, right? Okay, this is done. One more condition we have to take care of is valid. And what validity we are checking? We are checking the validity of the substring that we are sending in our answer. S dot substring index plus 2, right? If this is valid, then we also consider these 2 things should be true together, right? So this is done. Okay, now we have to do the same thing here as well. If index plus 3 is less than or equals to s dot length plus 3. Yeah, it is done. Index plus 3 should be less than or equal to s dot length only, right? And what condition? The same valid condition is valid, right? In this, we are going to send the same substring of s from index to index plus 3. Yeah, it is also done, right? Let's make some brackets here. Okay, yeah, this is done. We have made all the calls, right? Now we have to handle the base case in this condition. So what should be the base case? If we are traversing on this string, so if we reach at this endpoint or we cross this endpoint, so this can be our base case, right? And one more thing, if we have to divide the total string in 4 parts, and if we have divided in 4 parts, it can also be our base case, right? But if these 2 conditions that I have told you, these 2 are true together, it means we have got our answer, right? The string is also ended and our parts are equals to 4. It means that is our answer. If any of only one is true, it means we haven't got our answer, but the base case is it. We have to return from there. Okay. So now let's go and try to code it as well. So if, first of all, we'll try to check for any of the condition. If the part that we are having is equals to 4 or index is greater than or equals to the length of the string, so it means our base is that we have to return. But in this condition as well, if both the conditions are true together, if part is equals to 4 and index is equals to s dot length, right, it means we have got our answer. So what we will do, we will just add it in our answer. Okay, so answer dot add, temporary answer is tens, so tens dot substring from 0 to tens dot length, right? This is the answer that we have to add. So we have added it in our list. Okay, so this part is done. Now we are just left with this valid function. We have to give it some definition, right? So let's go do that. Public static, it is boolean type, right? Is valid. Inside this we have to pass a string, so it's string s, right? Let's go. So what condition we are left with? We are left with these two conditions only. Parts we have handled in the base case. Now we have to handle the size. Like if size is greater than 1, then it should not start with 0. First of all, let's go and handle this condition. So if s dot char at 0 is equals to 0, it means it is starting with 0, right? So what we have to do, we have to return false. Now let's go and see. We have to handle this condition. How we are going to handle this condition? We have to check that this is in the valid range. So let's go and do that as well. First of all, we need to convert this string into integer. So value equals to integer dot %. That's right. This is done. Now we just have to return the value is less than or equals to 255, right? This is done. Okay, so its valid function is also done. So whatever we have planned, we have executed in our code successfully. Now let's go and try to run the code and see, is there any compilation error? Okay, we are having one compilation error. Let's go and see. At line number 17, part and index is greater than or equals. Okay. Student, we missed the parenthesis somewhere else. No. Okay, now let's run it again. So it is successfully accepted. Let's submit it for all the test cases. So all the test cases passed. Okay, so I hope you have learned something with this video. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.